Hi, good morning everyone. This is Annesha Datta of AskAnnie, and we are back with one more special episode where my guest wears not one, not two, not three, but multiple hats. He is an angel investor, he is an entrepreneur, he is the founder and CEO of GoodWorkLabs and GoodWork CoWork. This is something that is an amazing chance where we are going to interact with someone whom you've already possibly seen with his Ask Vishwas show. Please help me welcome Mr. Vishwas Mudagal. Hi Vishwas, and welcome to this show.
Thank you so much. I cannot be happy enough to be on this show where Ask Annie is meeting Ask Vishwas. So it is an amazing thing.
Absolutely a pleasure. And Vishwas, I would like you to start off by telling us a little about your journey till here.
So my journey has been a kind of a roller coaster ride. I have always been a dreamer. I have dreamt throughout my life. People told me that I have been foolish at times to go ahead and chase my dreams, but I have been so stubborn in my own thinking of these dreams that, converting them has been my life's work.
Right.
And this has been companies that I've started. These have been books, and now this show that I'm doing right now, and I'm being an angel investor right now. Right. So my life has been roller coaster ride. That's what it's been.
So at what point in your this roller coaster ride of yours did you feel that you want to get into entrepreneurship?
So entrepreneurship has been in my blood throughout my life. I feel that because from the young age, I always wanted to do something great. So the first company I started was when I was 18. I started a computer education center.
Right.
It did fairly well, and then it went on. I did a couple more companies by that time, and in 2006 I started jobbyhive.com. That was an internet startup, and unfortunately it didn't do well, and then it kind of went bankrupt. That's when I think my life took a complete U-turn, and I believe till then that I could not go wrong with anything. And then at that point in time I suddenly went broke, like totally broke. We worked like 2 years into that, and then everything was going good. But one day we realized that we ran out of money. We could not raise funding, and we couldn't monetize the whole service. So that had been the major issue. So the only thing that I think helped me come back was I became the CEO for a Canadian multinational after that. Okay. And you will not believe, it was like miraculous. Like I'm like a bankrupt entrepreneur one day, and the next day I was a CEO for a multinational company. And that too, I was hired like a professional CEO.
It was a great journey, and a lot of learnings. And how did you start GoodWorkLabs?
I believe GoodWorkLabs happened for a reason, because we had failed many times and then I had succeeded a few times, and all that experience and expertise, I think it came in handy for GoodWorkLabs. Me and my co-founder Sonia Sharma, we started this firm GoodWorkLabs in 2013, and then our aim was to create outstanding products for the future, and then we wanted to build products for other companies. These companies are like startups, Fortune 500 companies, and then I think we have bang on target, because we felt that we had addressed this particular gap in the market. And GoodWorkLabs since then has grown about 500% year on year. Today it's a multi-million-dollar enterprise, and then we are the third fastest growing company. We just got awarded by Financial Times, top 1,000 in Asia Pacific.
With Deloitte.
Yeah, Deloitte as well. Last year we were the fifth fastest growing company. This is possible because the kind of we are like innovation partners for these companies, and we've been doing amazingly well.
Yeah. Helping a lot of innovation and entrepreneurs along the way.
Yeah.
I'm also a little curious about the whole co-work space that you've created in Bangalore, one of the best in Bangalore. Would you like to tell us how you started GoodWorks CoWork?
Yeah, absolutely. So one thing we felt that was missing with GoodWorkLabs was that we lacked a channel to engage with the community. We lacked that. And then second thing is that I have this craze about creating beautiful interiors. I want to be in beautiful yeah, beautiful offices. So then I started thinking that this is an opportunity for us to create beautiful office spaces where these are not just offices where people come and work, but this becomes like a experience for them to transform their whole career and also the way they run their companies. We are super successful right now. We are running at about 100% occupancy in all our centers. Yeah,
congratulations.
Thank you so much. And we got nominated by NDTV for the Best Office Interior Award. And then we are also ranked the number one co-working space in Bangalore by coworker.com. So I think we've come a long way. And then we already set a stage for expansion in Bangalore and rest of the India.
I believe most of my videos, they're targeted to a lot of young professionals who are struggling with their career. Sometimes they're struggling with their lives, and I think some of your series are also directed to that. I just want to know 5 things that you could share, like this just one thing that have a very thick skin to failure. So 5 things from your career, your journey, skills, career skills or life skills that the youth of today should be developing.
Yeah. So I think the first one could be communication. I believe that.
As well.
So you are a great proponent of it. I really admire your work in that whole space, and you're helping a lot of people out there. So I think communication and networking is the top of the line. It's like top of the list, basically. So that's very, very critical. People don't understand that it's not enough for them to just be good at their work. They have to communicate that to the world to stand out. That's very critical.
Absolutely.
Personal branding and all that is very critical. I feel the next is all about your leadership skills. Leadership skills, not only in terms of you have to lead a team or you have to lead a company, but thought leadership is something that's very, very critical. Any subject that you are trying to be at, you can be a designer, you can be an architect, you can be a chemical engineer, whatever it is, you have to be damn good at that. That's very critical. So thought leadership is very, very critical.
Being an expert or being like an authority on that.
Yeah, it's very critical. And the third thing is this ability to unlearn and relearn is everything these days.
Unlearn and relearn.
Because the pace at which the industry is moving right now, it's insane. Like what happened last year is not happening now.
Absolutely.
Okay, and I'm seeing it happening. So if you don't keep up with the pace of the time, and you're going to be a dinosaur story. That
you're going to be extinct.
You're going to go extinct, and that is going to be the whole thing. The fourth thing is your attitude. I believe that you have to be very, very grounded in reality, and you have to be ready to roll up your sleeves and get your hands dirty to get things done. That is very critical. No matter who you are, you got to be an individual contributor. And then the fifth thing, what I believe is your passion, your love towards what you do.
Okay.
Why that is important is sooner or later you're going to have a lot of failure come in. It's a given. So when this failure comes, if you don't have the love for what you're trying to do, this love can be painting, it can be the show like you're doing, for example, it can be movie making, it can be horse riding, it can be wildlife, or it can be software engineering for that matter. So if you don't love what you do, you will never succeed in that. So you need to experiment and find what you love and then pursue it. And make money through it. That's very critical.
Make money through it. So Vishwas, the first one that you mentioned was communication, networking, and I think you mentioned personal branding in that.
Yeah.
So you have this whole series that you've started, which is the Ask Vishwas series, and that deals a lot with talk about personal branding and to help a lot of entrepreneurs and a lot of career professionals, those who are in their mid-stage career, early stage career. Can you tell us a little bit more about personal branding and why you started the Ask Vishwas series?
Yeah, absolutely. So, I have gone through a lot of ups and downs in my career, and I figured out that had I if I had the right kind of guidance for me, I would have avoided a lot of those pitfalls. And that's when I started writing on LinkedIn and a couple other social media channels, and I started getting a lot of response to it. And then I realized that people have such basic questions, I couldn't even believe it.
Absolutely.
Then I started realizing that I need to put out some content there because people really need help. From personal branding perspective, I believe that everybody needs to tell their story. Like I said, communication, networking, and branding is the top of the priority for professionals to stand out and succeed in their career.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And all of these things that you've shared today, it's been absolutely fascinating listening to the way you process the things in your life and in your workspace, and I'm sure we've learned a lot, and the viewers of this channel have learned a lot. Now Vishwas, you're an influencer on social media, and I know a lot of students, a lot of entrepreneurs, they follow you, so I would want you to leave them with some message.
Yeah, so the key thing that I want to tell people is that you have to find what you love in your life. That is something that is very, very critical. I believe that that is the crux of everything. You need to find that one thing that you want to do and you're good at, and then you pursue that throughout your life. Just stay focused on your life. That's very critical. It's you and your goals, and then you look at others, seek inspiration. That's great, but don't get distracted and disappointed because they are going ahead of you, or something bad is happening for others. That shouldn't happen to you and stuff like that, because I believe that we have to take responsibility of our life. We have to stand up and fight for ourselves. Nobody else is going to do it. You got to do it on your own.
Right, so put blinders on and just focus on yourself and don't get distracted by social media, except be distracted by our videos. And thank you so much. It's been great talking to you today.
It's been a pleasure. Ask Annie and ask Vishwas, and I think we should do it one more time somewhere very soon.
Absolutely.
Okay, so let us know how did you find it, and anything you want to add?
That's it. Let's hear from you, and let's keep this thing going. So looking forward to more such sessions. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Bye.